Hey, this video is for you if you are helping or trying to help other Christians grow and you're not getting the results that you want. Maybe you're a pastor or a missionary or a small group leader or a lay leader or whatever, independent Christian trying to carry out the Great Commission. You're trying to help other people grow. You're trying to disciple other Christians and you're not getting the results that you want. People's lives aren't changing or they're not changing fast enough. And so you're trying to figure out why. And there are many reasons why. And I'll get into more reasons in other videos, but I want to start with a big one. It could be that you're asking the wrong question. You know, when you go to disciple someone or help them grow, you are asking them a question to consider. And that question should be a life changing question because that's what discipleship is. It's a life change. It's completely changing how somebody thinks and how they behave and just how they experience life. And it's a complete transformation. So, anyway, what are examples of some wrong questions? Well, I wrote some down here, if I can read my own writing. Are you reading the Bible? Well, hey, people should read the Bible, and that's probably part of your discipleship process, but that's not the basic question. Are you going to church? Are you praying? Are you practicing these spiritual disciplines? Are you serving your church or your community? I mean, they're all fine questions, but they're not the basic question. And if you don't start with the basic question, you will get results that are way too small and results that are way too slow. And you don't want that. So before I get into what the correct question is, and I'll tell you why it's the right question, before I get into that, let me just say this. If you are a person who is helping other Christians grow, then you are what we call here at Empower Good a community leader or a discussion leader. And we have all kinds of tools to help you do that better. And one of them, a big one, is I hope you can see this okay, the Empower Good Meeting Guide, which is a discussion-based discipleship program. It's available on Amazon. If you're penniless and dead broke, I'll email you a PDF for free, whatever. Anyway, I'm not trying to make all kinds of money. I'm just trying to help you solve this problem. So when you go to disciple someone, you're asking a question of that person. If you ask the right question, you're going to get the right results. If you ask the wrong question, you're going to get the wrong results. So what is the right question? Let me tell you what it is. It's what is God asking you to do with your life? Or what is God asking you to do with your life in this season? And let me tell you why that's the right question. Because God has an individual calling for every human being on this planet. He has a calling for you. He has a calling for me. And when we disciple people, we are discipling people into that calling. We are calling out of them that good that God is deposited in them, that God is creating and working in them, and that God wants to share with the world. And so we want to help people find the answer to that question. What is God asking you to do with your life? And by the way, this is not just a question for young adults, or trying to answer questions about career and marriage and other foundational questions. This is a question for everybody, and it changes in different seasons in our lives. So maybe we could amend the question to, what is God asking you to do with your life in this season? And it's so important that we don't shrink it. Okay, here's an example of shrinking it. When we say to somebody that their calling is to volunteer in the nursery at church, well, hey, that might be part of their calling, but that's not their calling. When we say to somebody that their calling is to serve as an usher in the church, no, that might be part of their calling, but that's not their calling. Their calling has several dimensions, And here's a little tip. You don't know the answer to that question. You can't answer it for them. You don't know what God is asking them to do with their lives, but you can help them discover it. And I'll explain how to do that in other videos, but it's an amazing journey that you and that person that you're discipling can go on, helping them discover what God is asking them to do with their life in this season and helping them move forward in it. And one more thing is this: allow God to think big inside that person you're discipling, because God might want to use that person to turn the world upside down. Don't limit what God can do in them. So anyway, the question that you need to be asking when you're discipling is, what is God asking you to do with your life in this season? I hope that helps. There'll be more videos to follow. I'm Dwight Clow. Much love from my home to yours. Have a fantastic day.